Hello and welcome back to Killer Ant Reviews. Today we're going to talk about Wings of War, Book 3, Winter's King by Bryce O'Connor. As you know from the first two books, I did enjoy them a lot. And this guy's actually a local author, so I like to support them. The book, however, I actually bought this used, and whoever had this last did not treat it that well. It's you can definitely tell it's the covers. Covers definitely had a lot of use. I think there's some water damage in the corner. It's a little hard to see in the camera. And there's like a weird waxy feeling on the cover that wasn't with the other ones. It's like something got caked. It's like caked or something. It's like a small thing of grease around it. I'm not really sure. But I'm not here to like just judge the book based on what the previous person did to it. I'm here to basically judge the book as what it is, and like the other two books, I definitely enjoyed this one. I highly recommend it, like the other two. Everything from the first two books that I kind of complained about, like kind of leading up to something, it finally came to full circle. Basically, there's a huge army coming in, and the main character Raz has to go in with two priests. I think the one's Tallow and Karu. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing the second one correctly, but their goal is to make it to this like temple and help protect the priests there, which a lot of them are magic users. And of course, there's like another character that's been kind of hanging around who has a relationship with Raz, someone who he rescued before. She also gets captured, and her entire thing was pretty disturbing, but the winner of this book definitely pulls no punches either, because they've actually killed major characters, and some of them are actually kids, so this definitely pulls no punches on what happened to her. Compared to the first two, this one actually didn't have like a ton of action compared to the first two. There's still a lot of like really good action scenes. But what I love about this is it focuses more on the characters and setting up all these battles. I worked on character development, interpersonal relationships, and even like the whole like what's that word again? The whole culture of the temple. Like they're like a bunch, despite knowing magic, they're very peaceful. They're against war. And they're up against this unstoppable army of like I think it's like 25,000 men, including their leader. Who Raz is this guy. He's huge, and this guy basically rivals Raz in how big he is. And it definitely sells for a very satisfying climax to the third book. I know there's more books here. I gotta go get them and read them. This one's also the longest one, too. The other ones are like 40-something chapters, like 200-something pages. 200 to 300 pages. This one's like over 400 pages, and it's definitely well worth it. I actually like to say this, but I think this one is actually my favorite of the three, which is actually pretty cool. I mean, I love the first two. They're on my shelf somewhere. And yeah, that's all I actually really have to say about it. It's all good. My if I did have to have any criticisms for it, I guess at certain times it's definitely a little slow, and there's like a character or two that I felt were a little unnecessary, since they didn't really add much to the plot other than, hey, this character's stupid. Like this one guy who basically is willing to fight. He basically tries to attack Raz, gets knocked out because he misunderstood something, and you could probably cut him out and it wouldn't have affected the plot that much. It's just another character that you kind of don't like. What would I give this book overall? Definitely a 9.5. Almost a 10. Almost. It was so close. If I didn't go by 0.5s, this would probably have been a 9.75. I'm definitely going to go ahead and get the fourth book. So yeah, once I'm done with that, I'll read that. Oh, I gotta tell this guy that I actually have been reviewing his books and enjoying them, but I'll do that one day. So, until next time, this is Killer Ant.